Good morning, everyone. Welcome back into North Dakota today. Medicare, a vital healthcare component for millions of Americans, announced last month that one of their contractors had been hacked and the personal information of 612,000 Americans had been stolen. Because nearly 90,000 North Dakotans are beneficiaries of Medicare, this breach likely affected you or someone that you know. Josh, the North Dakota State AARP State Director, is here to talk about how this is being addressed and what you need to know. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me, Sophia. And yes, as you know, AARP does a great deal of fraud work. So the organization is reaching out to make sure people know what to do and what they can do if they're affected. As you noted, a Medicare contractor was hacked, putting Social Security numbers, birth dates, driver's license numbers, health insurance claims, medical history notes, prescription drug information, and other personally identifiable information at risk for thousands of people.
Absolutely. This certainly is affecting a lot of people. How do people know if their information was compromised?
Great question. And anyone whose information was compromised in the breach will be notified by Medicare, and they'll also be offered 2 years of free credit monitoring. However, even if your data wasn't stolen, this incident reminds us all of one stark reality. There's a lot of personal data that we don't have a lot of control over, and so many companies, government entities, and others have our personal data, and many of us have been hacked in the past. So the most practical thing for people to do is to assume that your information is out there and take the necessary precautions.
Absolutely. That is a really good point. A lot of people put their information out there knowingly and without their knowledge. What are some precautions that people can take?
There's really two things that folks can do to protect against identity theft and fraud. The first is check your credit reports regularly for suspicious activity. On the screen, you'll see annualcreditreport.com. That's a great place to look. The second thing is make sure you're using strong and unique passwords for all websites and store those passwords securely. So think of your password as the exact opposite of a Scrabble game. In Scrabble, you only score points if the word's in the dictionary. The opposite should be true of your password. Additionally, don't use your kids, pets, birth dates. Steer clear of all of those things. Don't repeat passwords. Use special characters. Change that frequently. Longer is generally better.
I suppose because if a hacker guesses one password and you repeat, they could maybe get into all of your accounts.
That's exactly right, Sophia.
Yes. Well, this has all been such great information, and I know that you have one more tip for our viewers.
Yeah, absolutely. The more you know and the better you are prepared for the next attempt to scam you, the better off you'll be. And so you can always stay up to date at the AARP Fraud Watch Network at aarp.org/fraudwatch network. Or if you've been the victim of a scam or a fraud call, the Fraud Watch helpline is available toll-free 877-908-3360. As we tell people always, remember, if you can spot a scam, you can stop a scam.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Josh. These are really great tips.
Thank you.
All right. Stick around, everyone. We have much more coming up on today's show.